Hi, today I am going to explain about the Hbase related processors in Nifi. Let's jump into the demo. Pull a, pull a process group and name it as demo Hbase. Go into the process group and then drag a process and search for Hbase in add processor. And these are the Hbase related processors. Uh, Today I'm gonna show you the demo of scanHbase and getHbase. However, the rest of the Hbase related processor also can be configured in similar manner and it will be very easy. Let's let's add scanHbase for now. ScanHbase, you already know, if you know Hbase, it will scan the whole table, as mentioned table, configure table. So let's start configuring this. Before configuring, if you magnify a little bit, if you hover on the warning symbols, these are all the configurations that we need to set. Three are related to relationship, success, failure, and then original. Let's address this first immediately. Three of them are gone. Let's configure the process itself. Straight away, I know the table name. So this is my Hbase cluster. I'm about to query this customer 3 table. So go to here and paste the table name and then apply. And then if I hover, this processor itself need an upstream. So as you know, if you were following my other videos, you should be able to understand how to create a generate flow file processor. And again, I'm configuring that 0 byte 1 batch size. And then important is this is a clustered Nifi, 3 nodes. So I don't want to execute in all 3 nodes because it will generate 3 flow files. I just want to generate 1 flow file at a time just to trigger the scanHbase each time. So just connect these two things and our process is ready here. And scanHbase, this is also, I don't want to scan all nodes, just the primary node. Okay. And then if you only one thing is pending here. Okay. Oh, the scan can be happen in parallel. Execution node is invalid because processor with incoming connections cannot be scheduled on primary node only. So this is bad. So just keep to all nodes. And if I hover, only one thing is pending. Hbase client service is the processor doesn't know which Hbase service it need to contact to. So we have to configure Hbase client service so that it know about the Hbase cluster. If we click on configure, I click on service. There is no existing service. I will create a new service. Name my Hbase. Create it. And then I need to configure it. Yes. If I see here, my Hbase service is created, controller service is created, which is type of Hbase client service. And then it is in invalid state. It is attached to scope of demo Hbase processor group. If I hover this, it says that either of Zookeeper quorum, Zookeeper client port, Zookeeper Z node, and Hbase client retries are required when Hadoop configuration files are not provided. If you provide Hadoop configuration files, then that 4 parameters are not required. Else, these 4 parameters are required. That's the gist of this warning. So let's edit this. So either I can provide these 4 as it mentioned, or else I can directly provide a Hadoop configuration. I already had copy on all the 3 Nifi nodes. We have the hbase side.xmls, I mean the Hadoop configuration files, XML files in this below configuration directory where hbase conf hash side.xml, comma hdfs side.xml, hbase side.xml. So along with this, we need to have a Kerberos principal since the is Kerberos cluster, and then the password. This is a sensitive one, so I have already configured the parameter context. So I'll attach that parameter context to this. So click on OK, apply, go to general, and for this process group, I can attach this password parameter context and then come back. It is still says invalid. If I hover this, the key Kerberos password must be provided for secure configuration. I didn't provide it because I need to pass the parameter context here. Type hash, and then if you control tab, the only parameter in that parameter context is this, and then click on OK. That's a sensitive. If you refer here, it's an arrow mark. If you click here, it will go to this context parameter. It is attached to these processor groups, and this is a sensitive value that is set there. So at this moment, we are good. Okay, maybe I didn't saved it. Let's save one more time. Click on apply. Now you don't get any warnings here. And also this is in disabled state. Let's enable it. Close. It is in enabled state. So let's run once the generate flow file, refresh. One flow file is generated here. If you list queue, you will see one flow file. This flow file will be trigger a scan of Hbase. Run once, refresh. So one is successful. One scan is done. And if you list queue, so there is one result, which is work is done with Nifi 0 node, and two rows in the customer table has been scanned. So that's how the scan Hbase processor will work. The important part is configuring the Hbase client service. Rest of them should be pretty straightforward, the table name, those stuff. Let's pull one more process. This time it's getHbase. Add it twice. So this process, if we hover, it says table name Hbase client service. We already know that, and the relationship only has one, and it doesn't have any upstream processor as well. So just drag a funnel, point it to success, and then configure. We already have a client service, my Hbase. Click on OK. We already know the table name, which is customer 3. Okay, apply. And then configure scheduling. We don't need to schedule all nodes because we don't need to pull, we can only set the primary node because this is the starting process. There is no upstream, so we can set as a primary node. And if I run this, refresh, it scanned 2 rows. This time, if you list queue, it says 1 and 2. And if you view, it's row 1 and row 2. 2 records has been pulled, fetched. And even if I this is a state, this will have a state, and if you see here, it's pulled K2 row value. Even when it is have a new timestamp, new row after this timestamp, then only it will pull, else it will not pull anything. So if you want to clear that, stop this, and then you can view state and then clear state. And then if you start again, it will be pulled two more records, but this time it will duplicate. However, the state will be stored here. If you want to retrieve back to empty queue, retrieve back to a point, then we can go back like this. So stop this, refresh, and then you can start run once, whatever it is. We have to record, we will be having refresh. If you see here, since the state is not, it is not pulling any records. The reason for this is if you click on view state, I didn't clear. Now I can clear state, and then if I run once, it will pull two records. So I hope this is helpful, and you got understanding of the Hbase processors and how to configure Hbase client service is a key takeaway here. Uh, if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, and also please like this video. Thank you.